Hello and good afternoon. Holly Shields here reporting to you live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney, where it's lunchtime, which means it's time for the mid-market pulse. In today's show, we'll be looking at the overall Australian share market performance by the midday trading session and exploring the biggest winners and losers of the day. And then lastly, in our final segment, we'll have a look at the stocks that have grabbed headlines today. So without further ado, let's get started. Well, the Australian share market continued to trade lower by lunchtime as investors are sitting on the sidelines ahead of the Reserve Bank of Australia's policy. Local iron ore miners like Fortescue Metals and Rio Tinto, as well as BHP, all traded on a weaker note by the mid-session. Iron ore prices tumbled more than a sizable 6% on Monday, with the Italian benchmark hitting its lowest price in 7 months. The rising portside stocks of the steelmaking ingredient in China, primarily due to the increased shipment cost, coupled with weak domestic demand, was the primary reason for this sharp fall. Looking at the energy sector now, and crude oil prices also fell yesterday after Saudi Arabia's sharp cuts to crude contract prices, where Asia revived concerns over the demand outlook. Brent crude futures fell 39 cents to settle per barrel, while WTI crude was down 40 cents per barrel as well. Saudi Aramco, the state oil, notified customers on Sunday through a statement that it'll cut the October selling price for all grades of crude oil for the Asian markets by at least $1 per barrel. The demand for crude oil in Asia has reduced due to rising cases of coronavirus. And furthermore, OPEC and its allies plan to raise monthly production, thus additionally increasing the inflow into the market. AVIX, which shows the volatility of the Australian share market, traded more than 4% lower, depicting a subdued volatility before the central bank's meeting. And now let's turn our attention to the biggest gainers and losers of the day by the mid-market session. Well, the top gainers in the ASX 200 holding the benchmark index afloat were Chalice Mining and Whitehaven Coal, both gaining close to 3%. Other stocks in the gainers list include automotive retail group Eagers Automotive, travel retailer Flight Centre Travel Group, and regenerative medicine company Mesoblast. On the other hand, a strong competition was thrown in by the losers of the day, keeping the index from gaining the upside momentum. Mining services company Mineral Resources was seen to be the biggest loser, and plus software firm Appen, leading provider of medical diagnostics Sonic Healthcare, and iron ore giant Fortescue traded in the red zone. Coming to the market breadth now, and 9 of the 11 sectors traded lower today. Metals and mining were the leading laggards, followed by the utilities sector. Next up, let's focus on the shares that grabbed headlines today as well. To begin with, shares of diversified asset management company Navigator Global Investments rose on entering into a definitive agreement to acquire a 32% stake in Longreach Alternatives, an Australian-based investment management firm. The arrangement is expected to contribute immediately to Navigator's earnings. Navigator would use its existing financial resources to fund the acquisition. Well, I have many more interesting updates to share, but now it's time for a small break.
Property by Kalkine. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest slowdown in the property market, tune in on Kalkine TV with me, Sage. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with Kalkine.
Welcome back from that break. Holly Shields here for Kalkine TV, and let's continue with the latest market updates in our mid-market commentary. Well, shares of regenerative medicine company Orthocell soared on securing a new patent in Canada and Hong Kong for its novel cell-grow collagen medical device platform. These patents would further help the company to strengthen its position in regenerative medicine product development. For those that are wondering, cell-grow is a collagen medical device that facilitates tissue repair and healing in a variety of orthopedic, reconstructive and surgical applications. Moving on now, and fintech player OpenPay Group shares jumped on announcing a major automotive partnership with tyre maker Goodyear and Dunlop Tyres Australia, Victorian Automobile Chamber of Commerce and Bosch Car Service Australia. Plus, numerous shares have gone ex-dividend today, like that of Origin Energy, Amcor, GWA Group, Reliance Worldwide Corp at Nine Entertainment. Then, telecom carrier Aussie Broadband has announced plans to raise $120 million for the purpose of accelerating product development and support new opportunities. A $110 million would be raised in the form of institutional placement and the remaining $10 million via a share purchase plan. Next up, emerging lithium-boron supplier, ioneer has awarded the license, engineering and equipment contract to DuPont Clean Technologies. The contract is still conditional and the final investment decision is reserved with the board. And at last, in the ASX-listed water and waste management company, De.mem soared on presenting its next-generation hollow fibre membrane technology. This tech is capable of giving rise to existing global $9.4 billion hollow fibre membrane market to $16 billion by the year 2026. Well, that's a wrap now in the mid-market pulse, but keep watching Kalkine TV for more trading market updates from the Australian share market and around the globe.